Hi my friends, it's Tracy through Dismukes. Hey, today's a busy day. It is May 12th for Hoover High School. I know that's awards day. We had senior awards this morning, 9th through 11th grade awards this afternoon, National Honor Society induction tonight, and all the other schools are doing all their stuff as well. So busy day for Hoover parents and Hoover students. But we just had our last Hoover Parent Teacher Council meeting of the year this morning. That's HPTC, if you hear me refer to that. And that council is made up of PTO presidents or their representatives for the HPTC council throughout the Hoover school system. And so we meet once a month and share ideas between the PTOs. I've been on the board. I'm going into my 4th year on the board of HPTC. But I started out as Simmons PTO president back when Dalton was in 8th grade. So there's a lot of very involved parents on the committee, but also central office comes. Dr. Fowler comes. We had 2 school board members there this morning. There's usually 2 members that show up for these meetings every month. And so, and a lot of the central office staff as well, when we as parents have questions, they will be pulled in to answer those. And so it's really a great place when you have questions and issues, not just to debate them out on social media, but let's go to the folks that can really make those changes and or maybe help us understand why things are the way they are. So we asked a few of those questions today regarding my school fees, of course parking, the summer school, visa, why that's not taken on my school fees. So I thought I'd run through a couple of those with you. I'm standing in my hall because the lighting is really good, so forgive that. But so one thing you're going to start seeing in all the schools is an I believe statement. It's going to be in central office and all the buildings throughout. And we'll find out more about what that means as we go along, but start looking for those. Hoover High School has not really ramped up clubs yet, so that was addressed, and they will be meeting, administration will be meeting about regenerating clubs there. A lot is going to change and go on with middle schools. You know, 2 schools feed into Hoover and Berry feeds into Spain Park, and they've not always been equal in what's been offered. And they're about to change instructional time as well, increasing that for 6th and 7th graders. So what you might see in some schools, that means you lose an elective. I think in another one of the schools, it doesn't change. So, but that's 6th and 7th grade, 8th grade, from what I understand, you'll still get the 2 electives. So it's the increased instructional time in your 4 core classes. And, you know, it's been a range of 48 minutes to 52 minutes. It varies. So you're going to see a little bit more continuity between the 3 middle schools, and some of that instruction time is going to increase. Good. Okay, I covered all that. The next thing is we did discuss that like awards day and AP testing, at least we know at Hoover High School, I don't know what the conflicts are, maybe at Spain Park, but some of those AP testing times are happening during awards day. So we will refer to Mr. Montgomery to talk through that to go forward into next year. And we understand, like Nick James, teacher at Hoover High School, had commented, you know, there's really not enough space to accommodate a big group like that other than like the competition gym at Hoover High School. And it's being used a lot. So it is hard to get that timing together. So hopefully that can be addressed, and then our kids won't have to miss their awards that they worked so hard for because they're in the middle of taking an AP exam. So we'll make that known and hopefully addressed. Okay, here's one that we've been talking about at HPTC is athletic passes are coming back, and they are going to have more information coming, but put a July 11th on your calendar because they will become available for students. Now, these are athletic passes that let you into the games where your child either goes to school or if you're a feeder school for that school. So Simmons and Bumpus athletic passes would get them into the Hoover High School events, and Berries would get them into the Spain Park events, but I don't believe there's that crossover, and it's not going to be available for elementary students at this time, from what we understand. Those will be $75. July 11th, those will go on my school fees. Then, so for tickets will still be available on GoFan, and we know there's convenience fees there. However, the opportunity will be for you to pay at the door in cash, so no convenience fees there. And if you pay by credit card at the door, no GoFan convenience fees there. So that's going to be a new opportunity there, because it has been very, very expensive for a whole family to go to, say, a football game when you have multiple children and you're paying ticket prices plus parking prices for every single person in the car. This will change that. So athletic passes for students coming July 11th, $75. Then during the summer, June 1st through the 30th, the nutrition support let us know that at the Hoover Library there'll be free meals from 11 to 1. The only day excluded, I believe, is June 20th. That's a holiday. But June 1st through the 30th, free meals Hoover Library. And July, I believe Hoover Helps is working on some food drives there. So that information is to come. Okay, so fees for registration. Well, we've already registered, but fees for the new year coming up. For elementary, it goes live August 3rd. That's the week before school starts. For secondary, they go live September 1st. And that's to, I believe, to settle schedules, because there's fees for certain classes. And so once those all get settled, then they'll put the fees in. And it was like this past year, September 1, those fees come out. If you are in a booster organization, there will be the financial training. So if you handle money, you have to go through this, I believe, every other year. The financial training dates we have the 19th, and I think that's of this month, May 19th. Okay, this next Tuesday, let me get this. May 17th, okay, at 9 a.m. Yeah, okay, here we go. May 17th, 9 a.m. at the central office. May 19th at 6 p.m. at Spain Park. July 26th at 6 p.m. at Spain Park. And July 27th at 9 a.m. Hoover High School. August 2nd, 6 p.m. at Hoover High School. And August 3rd, 9 a.m. at Spain Park. So if you didn't get that, just rewatch. And then, so one other question was my school fees. And is there not a system that could handle Hoover High School when we have these times where you have to register for summer school and pay parking, and it crashes the system? And as you can see, I believe Spain Park, they did forms in advance and were able to pay afterward on my school fees, and that seemed to work. Hoover High School, it crashed pretty quickly on Monday when the summer school registration opened, and then they went to the forms, and then you could pay later. So then they decided, okay, that seems to work. We don't want to crash again on Wednesday for the parking. So they went ahead and did the Google form and then the payment for the parking. And, I was able to do it yesterday for pay for parking, do the form at 8:01 when it opened at 8. That worked out fine. And then by 9:15, 9:30, I was able to get in and pay. So much, much better. They do constantly look at different platforms for payments for schools. And apparently, from what they can find out, right now we are kind of on the best. But they're still evaluating and still looking at those platforms as they come out. They ask other school systems. So it's not for lack of trying. It's not for being complacent. It's a lot to handle. Almost 3,000 students over high school when we have these kinds of deadlines. And then also spacing out. They're also looking at potentially spacing out like they did with parking, with splitting up seniors and juniors a week apart. Also thinking about doing that for summer school by class, whether it's driver's ed, one day, and then in health, and then government and econ another day. So they are looking certainly at doing that to make things a little bit easier, because we know as parents, you can't sit on your computer all day trying to get this payment to go through. You've got work and things that you have to do. So it is being addressed. And then the last thing too was why isn't Visa an option on my school fees? And part of that, I had always understood was the cost of it, but actually what it is with a Visa agreement, they'll fine the school $250,000 if they allow no fee for electronic checks. And the statistic that was given to us was about 85% of parents pay with electronic check to avoid those other fees. So Visa would knock out the opportunity to not have to pay any fees. So that is certainly understandable once you know those answers. So it's great to have the behind the scenes as to why. But we do get a really good feeling that these issues are being addressed. They are not complacent. There's reasons things happen, but they're always open to new suggestions and new ways of looking at things, of course. So that is the quick and dirty 10 minutes to update you on that meeting. We won't meet over the summer, but as you have concerns and issues, I'm certainly happy to bring it to that meeting if that is appropriate. A lot of things are very school specific that can be addressed with the principals. So some of those topics may not be brought up, but I'm certainly happy to bring those up if you so choose. So let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to answer them. I'm also on the board of the choir boosters and band boosters. And if you have performing arts type questions, I know we've got a lot of new families coming up into the high school that will be in those areas. I couldn't answer the questions about sports and all that, but I definitely could connect you to people that know, that have been on those booster programs that can answer questions for you. So I'm just happy to be a resource for you. High school is a big jump from middle school. Middle school is a big jump from elementary school, and there's a lot of us that have a lot of information that we could help you with. So just let me know, reach out, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Have a great day. Headed to Awards Day really quickly, and then National Honor Society induction tonight. So hopefully I'll see you very soon. Have a great one. Take care.